Welcome to How to Find Content Hunt/Hunting Part 2. Like I mentioned in the first part, this part is about if you're on the actual system. I'm just here in a system on Tranquility and on a test server, and not on the test server. Um, I would say let's just get started right away without any much words or stuff. I'm gonna show you today what you can do with the Dscan, especially more like with the hunting aspect. Um, just a few words to the Dscan. Dscan is enabling you to search or to look into sites and anomalies for target without actually warping at it. I'm gonna demonstrate it like how I'm setting up the windows again, like a little disclaimer. Again, there are guys that are better than me or far faster than me. Maybe also more successful than me. It's just a way I figured it out for myself with some practices and some roamings over the last few couple of months. So there are people with way more experience with that. Um, and maybe know some secret hidden stuff or stuff. If you know something more secret hidden than me, then you can just put it in into the comments. I'm explaining how I setting up my windows and stuff when I'm hunting and stuff like that. And also a bit like some settings in the overview, so you have some additions as well. I just added it's just a overview from free tiers I'm using at the moment because I accidentally changed my overview, but this overview is gonna do it, definitely. And it doesn't mean it's a bad one, but I tend to have an individual one from my own. I'm inspired it from some other tabs and stuff. But yeah, it's also a very good overview. He's also a very cool dude. Also shout out on Amelia Dust Space and stuff. Great guides and great PvP and a lot of stuff. And yeah, I hope you guys also become the next Fritios, Amelia Dust Space, the next Grand Kado and it's the Casper and Gorin and whatever. Small gang PvP. Uh, yeah. So let's get started. First things first. Probe, you need two windows. First things first. Have the middle of your screen free. It's just a little basic thingy, but if you have 20 windows already open and then you're trying to hunt, it's a bit meh. Also have maybe shorten a bit the overview and the stuff a bit. Changing some stuff here, make it like that you have as much space as possible. When you open the Dscan, it's gonna get, it's looking like this. 1 second. What I'm first doing is I'm putting the Dscan I'm clicking here to open it in a separate window. Um, with that, I have it on a separate site and can take a look really fast. Another thing I have is now open is the in-game map with the probe scanner on it. Also you can open it in separate window. It's just for myself. Some people aren't having the stuff in the background open, but for me, I need that visual indicator. Here. You can also add it like if you want to have it here. Here on the left, right, floating. Uh, wait. Yeah, over here. Floating as a full screen. Then you can click here again and stuff. I have it like I love it like to have it floating around um and having it open uh like like this. Then you can with your mouse really zoom in and out to see stuff. So you can ignore the background. So this is better looking. You can also enable or disable um light background or enable it. It's personal preference. I just have it like this. I'm just letting it like this. Um, you also can do is here when you maybe lost in space or something on the probe scanner for whatever reason, you can just click here. And the markers is what you see in space. Here on the map, also if you want to see citadels, if you want to see some beacons, if you want to see some moons, the Stargate, the TCU, and iHubs and whatever. So, your Dscan is, what I'm also having like 10, 12 on is, also not here, show cone in space to see it visually. And also align with cameras. Also when I'm looking around, sometimes it's important for some stuff. If you look at a gate or something like that, or if you're scanning like this, then also with a 5 degree or stuff, then you can descan it pretty easy. Then, um, so now for that I'm just disabling it. 1 second, and then you see this sphere. This sphere has a range of 14.3 AU. If you see it, now it has 10 range AU, 5 AU, 1 AU, also astronomic unit, 0.1 AU. I just have for demonstration reasons cargo container open. We're gonna hunt them down. I just placed them here in the system. They're gonna disappear and they don't have much stuff in it. So we can then go there. What I also tend to do is my probe scanner. I have personally my preferences. I have it sorted by name because I know that certain ship types are on certain sites. Like Ishtas tend to run havens. Um, I don't know. Myrmidons are in hubs, or Gilas are sometimes also in as Marauders are in havens. Gilas are sometimes on Forsaken Rally Points, sometimes in havens, sometimes everywhere. Vectors, also standard vectors, are also intended to be in standard rally points, um, and stuff like that. Um, this is why I have it like this. And what does it use for? It's gonna use with the Dscan, because with the Dscan I can also change the angle. Also you see here now a 180-degree angle, so the sphere is literally split at half. Now you see a little cone or stuff. This is the 90-degree thingy from the D-scan. I'm hunting mostly with the range and then clicking through the sides. Also this is how I'm doing it. There are people that are able to do it like this and then going closer with the angle and then clicking around here and stuff and finding like this. I'm doing it with, also you can do it, of course, if it's the better way for you, then go for it. I'm doing it with the range. If it's worse or better or thingy, the judgment is up to you. Um, yeah, it's just a way from personal for me. Like, can then start scanning down, then here, then yeah, angle thingies a bit. I don't know. I'm doing it with ranges and then 5 degree. And the cool thing is about the angle that there's one angle that is called 5 degree. And with the 5 degree, when I press V on the hotkey, then I'm scanning automatically. And what I'm doing now is I'm holding V. I have this 5 degree cone, so you can align with the camera. Oh, you can stop it. And then what I'm doing is then I'm starting scanning like this. I'm holding V and clicking through the sides. And then I'm hunting targets. Like I placed in one haven, I know I have a range of 40 AU degree. And then I can scan like this the side. And what I'm actually doing is when I jump into the system, like from this system, for example, and I'm jumping in, I'm hunting then down with the range first. Also, so I'm going with the cone, and then I'm going 5 degree and clicking through that. Um, Maybe some double explanation. So then I'm reapproaching the gate with prop mods on. Uh, just try to get used to hotkeys. But if you are module clicker, it's also fine. And what I'm seeing now are containers, and then I'm going down in range. I'm starting from range 1. So there's a container, then range 5, range 10. So I know that this cargo container, not the 421, this cargo container is now between 5 and 10. Yeah, because on 5 he didn't appear, but on 10. So what I'm doing now is I'm going on angle 5. I have range on 10. You can put it back to 14. And I'm starting now scanning. Here, there was the container already, but I'm just clicking through the sides. And this is your Ishtar, for example. Then you have to click it, and then here, and here. This is, for example, too far away. I would ignore it. You can also sort for distance. Um, it's personal preference, but when you've sorted for distance and you know those Ishtars are in havens or rally point or forsaken rally points or whatever, um, then you have a buttload of other sites. Like if I'm sorting it to distance, then then you have a hub, for example. No, on this map the havens are very, very close. But on other maps you have here a lot of fallen hubs, rally points and whatever in it, and you actually know it's on Ishtar and it's not there. That's why I'm at least sorting it for name. And then what you do is if you found your Ishtar, you can sort it by distance and then by name. Do, 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 do. Hmm? Did the container just disappear? No, I'm a retard. Sorry, it's a bit late. And then you can just right click here and then warp in at distance. I'm just warping at 100. You usually warp at 0 or 10 or into the side. And then here we go. Here's the container. This is a small system. What you also usually have is that you have clusters on This is a pretty small system, but if you're warping in from the EE tag 5 gate in this case, for example, this is a smaller system. Sometimes you have systems that are 40 or 50 AU big. Then you have a cluster of sites over here, for example, or a cluster of sites over here. Then you're just warping there and having a procedure. Like for example, I have it now here cargo containers, like two pieces, and I'm scanning, but I don't see sites over here. Then I'm warping to something. Maybe it's a site or asteroid belt or moon or Poco or whatever. Yeah, sometimes they say there are posters and stuff, but and then you can start scanning there. For example, and then you see, oh, there are another few containers. Let's try to hunt them down. And then you start again, like one AU. Okay, they are on one AU, on five, sorry, they are between one and I think nah, they are between 0, 1 and one AU, so they are really, 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 really close. And then you can search for havens. Or and you see, oh, here's container number 3. Ha, I'm in warp, for example. And then you can start maybe scanning from the side again, and then you see another few containers just burning off. Those reds you can ignore. And then you see, oh, there's another container in this case. Let's try to go for one of those containers. Then you see, oh, 2 and 3 are maybe warped off already. Then here, aha, between 5 and 10. And then you go for, I don't know, 5 and 10, Haven, 5 and 10. Hmm? Yeah. Don't click too fast through it. Ah, although you can click faster. Here and then you can. This was container number 2. Just gave them some numbers. I hope the theory is clear. What I'm gonna do is now, I'm just for demonstration purpose. I'm trying to descan container number, what was it? Number 2 or number 3. So I'm just coming through the gate. I already have forgotten the site name and I'm just going because some guys are naming Ishtars like with names and I just want to show you how fast it can go. This is a small system. On bigger systems you usually uh yeah, take a bit longer. It also depends if you are an Intel channel or if you are just jumped into the system and stuff. If you roam around in an area for half an hour, then the people maybe know you are a bit better than you just appeared. Um, through story, ignored hotkey uses. But yeah, so then I'm warping usually. Most of the time I'm warping Sun after that because on Sun there's a big cluster. Then I'm warping here. Oops, that's a 10. No, I found them. Then I go for. Then 10. Okay, they are between 5 and 10. And you can also use the mouse wheel. I fucked it up. That's and then you can start scanning down. This was a cargo container, not the one I intended. Like 2 and 3, sometimes you have overlapping sites. And when you have overlapping sites, you can either go go in and just take a guess. Or you do it like this. Okay, here is number 2. Can decrease the range. This is number 3. Sorry, talking and stuff. Usually when I'm hunting, I'm a bit faster because talking and doing stuff at the same time is a bit irritating for me because yeah, um, it's a bit irritating for me, especially when nobody is talking back and stuff like that. What you also can do is if you find something on Dscan like this 420 container and you find a structure or stuff like that, you can just warp directly from the Dscan to the structure. If it's a citadel on Postus, it doesn't work. It's a bit sad, but it doesn't work. Um, then you see here on Dscan you can also, if you know, warping to the sun. Mm-hmm. No, it's not ships only. If you are warping to the sun and you can also then you can also descan then for example if a target is on a custom office, maybe he warped off or stuff like that and you're chasing him, then you can also descan it the custom office and for example we already saw it they are in this signature because from this angle we only have one access to one not to one. It's also overlapping a bit. I hadn't that in mind, but sometimes you have those cases as well. And then you can also descan if there's somebody on the custom offices, for example, and then you can also warp to the custom office. Important when you have Athanos, for example. So Athanos, and then you see them on Dscan, and then you warp to the structure. With Athanos and stuff, I would recommend those angle thingy actually. And when you then have it like aligned with uh, with uh, with camera and space, then you can actually like effectively pinpointing the location on a structure. Like not this is a big dirty trick. Just use it from the overview. But if you are scanning in systems and you see a lot of structures or whatever, then yeah, can also do it that way. Also clicking on does he have moons? No. 1 second, I'm just anyway. You can also then just warp to the structures and then sorry for the unprofessionalism. Moons. And then you can also just descan the moons from your overview and then you can close the structures at least. I would maybe have a separate tab in your overview because otherwise then you see a lot of stuff. Then you at least know in which moon cluster there could is an Athanor, for example, and then you can just right click and warp to it. And then you land at the Athanor. Du- 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 dum. What else? There's also one thing if you are chasing somebody and he's trying, and there are multiple gates um, on the in Dscan range. So, for example, if this Astrahus would be a Stargate, and there are two exits, and your body is on the X-Tag exit, also Stargate, and I'm here on the Astrahus Stargate, then I can descan this Stargate. Or if there's um, another Stargate like this, your body is on X-Tag Z, and you have this on Dscan, and the person is disappearing in local, and you don't have a Abyssal trace after that on Dscan, also like this, then he took maybe the P-Tag Z gate if there would be one gate. And this is how you can chase down targets. Like you then just keep spamming Dscan, and if you see something on the gate, then you can yeah, then you can also see if he's at the gate, and then when he's disappearing on the local, then you obviously jump the gate. What you also can do is from here you can also descan multiple gates. Um, yeah, but that's up to you. You can also, also descan, you can descan everything from your overview. Also the ESS, if somebody is here, you can take a look. And yeah. Also, if an enemy fleet is involved, then you can maybe with the range and stuff, but this is then some, I don't know. But this is also a useful trick to hunt down people is with spamming then descan to the other gate, your body is here, and maybe then he's like mentioning before taking the other gate. Or he's then on the E gate, and then when you are in an interceptor and it might be a cruiser, then you have a really, really high chance to catch him. Um, if he's a bit further away and you only see it on Dscan because warp speed is very, very good. Um, mm, are there moons in the other system? That would be insane. No, bit sad. So with Athanos and stuff, just do it like the Astrahus thingy I showed you. When you have it on Dscan, then just warp to the Astrahus. Goons and Horde and Fraternity are flooding the systems with a lot of structures, so you have to work with range and stuff like that, and otherwise just do it a bit with angle, like and try to take a look in the space. If they are on that moon, if they are on that moon, if they are on that moon, and stuff like that, then you have to point it down. But with a lot of structures in space, it's very, very difficult to catch. At least for me. But yeah. But yeah. I'm just checking recording. I think that's it for today. Um, you can practice it, by the way, just drop some cargo containers and some sites, go with a Tech 1 frigate or Velator to test server, buy test server ammunition there for nothing, and just test it, drop some container in high stakes in some sites or some places or whatever. Just practice it, and if you find a container in under 10 seconds or 15 seconds, it's okay. I mean, every master tackler of Doom here, for example, is here Kaldari shuttle. So we can now scan down which gate is he gonna take. Is it this one or is it this one? See, he's traveling. For example. And dann? Which gate is he taking? Hmm? Huh. Anyway. What is he doing? Huh. Shuttle? Okay. Ah, he's next to me. Mm, I'm retarded. Anyway, before it's getting too exhausting or too embarrassing, I wish you happy hunting. I hope I could help you. And you also can see it. I also could see it on Dscan. I'm getting a bit tired. I wish you a good evening. Then see ya.